The front Dana 30. First thing is I like to put some punch marks on my bearing caps so I know where they go. And then I lay it all out on a towel on the bench here. This is our driver's side, this is our passenger side, and this is all of our pinion stuff over here. So first thing is these bearings on the carrier, they don't like to pull off there. I don't have the special puller for that, hundreds of dollars, which I don't have. So I've built my own pullers in the past to try and get them off. Sometimes it works, sometimes they don't work. In this case they didn't. So first thing is that you're gonna have to remove your cage, and I'm just gonna come in there with a chisel straight down, and I'm gonna break it here and here, and then I'm going to pry it open, right? It's gonna make a mess. All your bearing cylinders are gonna fall all over the place. So you take that off of there, you get those off. Then we're gonna come in with the grinder, and we're going to grind a groove into the inside bearing race here. Now you don't want to go all the way through, you just want to go in as much as you can without touching the inside of the carrier there. I purposely left this here so that you can see that there's going to be shims below the bearing. Right, keep track of those. When I remove it, I will put the shims where they go. So that's the driver's side. These are the shims here off of the passenger side. Write them down, don't get them mixed up. Hopefully if they're correct, you just put those back in when you install your new gear set, and when you check it, everything will be good. So once we've put our groove in here, and then we're going to come in with a chisel, and we're just going to spread this open, and it'll crack in there. It'll just crack and split it open, and then you can drive this up with the chisel. Wear some safety glasses. The chisel is hardened steel, the bearing is hardened steel. One of them is going to give, and chunks will come out at you. So wear some safety glasses for that. Depending on what order you want to do this in, I remove the bottom and then I put it back on, because that's what I'm holding it with in the vise. Up top here, I put it in the vise, and I clamp it on right here to hold it to get this one. So whatever you choose to do. If you choose to hold it in the vise like that, take this one off, flip it, grab it here, and remove the other one. That's entirely up to you. So then what we do is with the pinion here, so this is kind of like the way our pinion is set up in there, right? We've got our yoke, and then we'll have our seal, and then the yoke slides over top of here, and it'll contact this flinger, and that's just going to kind of hold the oil and fling the oil in there for the bearing. So then we have our bearing here, and what I do is, if I couldn't do it on the carrier bearings, but on these ones here, so I make dummy bearings so that they'll slide on and off by hand, and then when we're assembling our new gear set and setting our shims, then you might have to pull this out and reinstall it several times while you're adjusting shim packs. So some people say, well, how you doing that, right? So we just come in here with the air tool, and we got a stone on the end. Carbides won't work. You need to use the stone. It's just like a grinder sharpening a chisel. So you go in there, and you're going to just grind the inside bore here, work it around, and keep testing it until it slides on and comes off by hand. And then what I've done is I've also went in there with the drill and whatever, like 120 grit or 80 grit, just to smooth it all up, and it slides on and off real good. So we've got our this is our bearing to the yoke, and that's installed like this. And then we've got our crush sleeve here. So final assembly, you'll have your crush sleeve in there for your preload for your bearings. And then here is the bearing for the closest to the gears. And in this case, all we have is this plate. So I don't know if this plate here, if they've decided that they're just going to use a different thickness of plate so it acts as the shim as well as the oil flinger. So we reassemble our stuff on our new pinion, and we'll put that in there.